Good morning, one and all. Today we'll discuss the properties of Laplace transforms. Okay? That's properties of Laplace transforms. The first property as the linearity property. Linearity means it's the combination of the superposition and the homogeneity. Let first the x1 of t whose Laplace transform as x1 of s and the x2 of t whose Laplace transform as x2 of s. Therefore take the summation of these two, a into x1 of t plus b into x2 of t whose Laplace transform as a into x1 of s plus b into x2 of s. Therefore, correspondingly, then the proof of this particular one as, let first Laplace transform of x1 of t will be nothing but our x1 of s, which will be given as from minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus st dt, like that. Similarly, the Laplace transform of the second signal x2 of t is equal to x2 of s from minus infinity to infinity. This is x1, this is x2 of t e power minus st dt. Then take the Laplace transform of, what is this one is, when we multiply a into x1 of t, it's a homogeneity. Similarly, b into x2 of t is also the homogeneity. And taking the addition of those two is called the superposition. That means we'll including the superposition principle and the homogeneity principle as in one particular signal and taking the Laplace transforms. The output also should appear as a into x1 of s is the homogeneity, b into x2 of s is also homogeneity. Then taking the summation is superposition. That's the input as the weighted sum of the inputs, taking their Laplace transform, and producing the output is also the as the weighted sum of the outputs. For the weighted sum of the inputs, when we get the outputs as also the weighted sum of the outputs, then it is being called as a linearity property, which satisfies the principle of homogeneity as well as principle of superposition. That's why we are considering that one, that's a into x1 of t plus b into x2 of t whose Laplace transform as from minus infinity to infinity a into x1 of t plus b into x2 of t. As we are taking this for this particular entire signal, therefore that entire signal will be present in our integration e power minus st dt. Therefore a into minus infinity to infinity x1 of t e power minus st dt plus b into from minus infinity to infinity x2 of t e power minus st dt. Therefore it is equal to a into x1 of s plus b into x2 of s. The first integration is the Laplace transform of the first one. The second integration is the Laplace transform of the second one. Therefore it is for the weighted sum of inputs, Laplace transform is weighted sum of the outputs only. Okay. Next, coming to the time shifting property. The second property is the time shifting property. In the time shifting property, first the x of t whose Laplace transform as same x of s. Now the shifting by the t naught units, then its Laplace transform as x of s into e power minus s t naught, minus s t naught. As it is being shifted by the t naught units, e power minus s t naught units has to be present in our will be present in our output, that is e power minus s t naught will be added to the x of s. Therefore the corresponding proof as, let the Laplace transform of x of t, which is equal to x of s, which is from minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus st dt. Then Laplace transform of x of t minus t naught will be from minus infinity to infinity x of t minus t naught is equal to e power minus st dt. That is t minus t naught is equal to p and dt is equal to dp. That's when t is equal to minus infinity, p is equal to, is also minus. When we put t is equal to minus infinity, p is also minus infinity. And then when we put t is equal to infinity, p is also infinity. That the limits will remain same from minus infinity to plus infinity only. And x of t minus t naught will be written as p e power minus st dt. And in place of t we should write it is t naught plus p, and dt will be written as dp only. Then keep the p variables here and remaining variables out. E power minus st naught minus infinity to infinity x of p e power minus sp dp. Therefore it is equal to e power minus st naught into p is a dummy variable, replace it with respect to t. Therefore minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus st dt. This entire thing is nothing but our Laplace transform only. That is e power minus st naught into x of s. That is itself your Laplace transform. The Laplace transform of time shifting is the same. And the third property is time reversal. The time reversal property, that x of t whose Laplace transform as x of s, when it is being time reversal x of minus t whose Laplace transform as it is x of minus s, then their corresponding proof as Laplace transform of x of t will be from minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus st dt. The Laplace transform of x of t is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus st dt. Similarly, the Laplace transform of x of minus t is minus infinity to infinity x of minus t e power minus st dt. Therefore, it is equal to, that's x of minus t e power minus st dt. Therefore, consider that minus t is equal to p and dt is equal to minus dt is equal to minus d. Minus dt is equal to dp. When we put t is equal to minus infinity, p is infinity. When t is equal to infinity, p is equal to minus infinity. Therefore, minus infinity to infinity x of p e power minus s. In place of t we should write the minus p and here minus dp. Therefore, correspondingly what we should do is here keep this minus sign to the s from minus infinity to infinity x of p, as this was the plus infinity to minus infinity x of p e power minus s into minus s p dp. Because of this minus, the limits will be changes. Therefore, this entire thing will be nothing but an x of minus s. In place of s, we'll have minus s. That's why it is the x of minus s. That's the time reversal property. Time scaling. The time scaling property for the x of t, whose Laplace transform as x of s, then x of at, whose Laplace transform as 1 by mod a x of s by a. That's for the 1 by mod a x of s by a. For that, the proof as same the Laplace transform of x of t will be x of s, which is from minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus st dt. Then take the Laplace transform of x of at, which is from minus infinity to infinity x of at e power minus st dt. put that at is equal to some p, and a into dt will be equal to dp. When we put t is equal to minus infinity, p is also minus infinity. When t is equal to infinity, p is also infinity. The limits will not change. From minus infinity to infinity, x of p e power minus s into, in place of t we should write the p by a and dp by a. Therefore 1 by a kept it outside, and p is a dummy variable, replace it with respect to t. That's why minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus s into s by a into t dt. Therefore this will be equal to 1 by a and x of s by a only. 1 by a x of s by a. Now for a greater than 0, this Laplace transform x of s will be equal to 1 by a only, x of s by a. For a less than 0, x of s is equal to 1 by minus a x of s by a. Therefore in common, for the x of s is equal to 1 by mod a x of s by a only. 1 by mod a x of s by a. That is the proof of the corresponding time scaling operation. Next one is the time differentiation. Time derivation or differentiation. That's x of t whose Laplace transform as x of s and derivative of the x of t, then corresponding Laplace transform as s into x of s minus x of 0. That's initial value. Generally s into x of s is enough. If you include the initial condition, then is x of 0. For that the proof as, first take the x of s, that's Laplace transform of x of t is equal to minus infinity to infinity. Oh, for the initial value as 0, no, that's why we should take it from the 0 to infinity, x of t e power minus st dt. As the initial value is 0 only. Therefore the integration which should start from 0 to infinity. Therefore take the Laplace transform of dx of t by dt, which is equal to 0 to infinity dx of t by dt into e power minus st dt. Okay? E power minus st dt. Therefore when this was the integral of uv method we need to follow. For that this was considered as the u initially, this is considered as the v instead. That's why u as t is, keep it as t is, e power minus st. Now perform the integration of this particular one, integral of derivative of x of t. That's why integral and differentiation will get cancelled. Therefore we'll get the x of t with the limit substitution from 0 to infinity. So minus, next take the derivation of this one, e power minus st into minus s, and perform the integration of this particular x of t. That's why 0 to infinity x of t e power dt, that's all. Therefore when we rearrange this particular one, when we put infinity at here, infinity, e power minus infinity 0. That's why the first term will be 0 minus x of 0, minus of minus is the plus, and the integral from 0 to infinity x of t e power minus st dt. This is nothing but our x of s. Therefore it is x of s minus, s into x of s minus x of 0. That is the Laplace transform of derivative of x of t. Derivative of x of t. Laplace transform as s into x of s minus x of 0. Next come to the differentiation in the s domain. Next property as the differentiation in differentiation in S domain. Differentiation in S domain. Let for the differentiation in S domain, x of t whose Laplace transform as x of s, then t into x of t whose Laplace transform as minus d by ds of x of s, minus d by ds of x of s. Therefore, the corresponding proof will be, let's take that x of s will be given as from 0 to infinity x of t e power minus st dt. Take the differentiation with respect to s on both sides. That's why dx of s by ds, which is equal to d by ds of 0 to infinity x of t e power minus st dt. When we perform the differentiation for this right side, x of t is constant with respect to s. Therefore, keep it outside and perform the differentiation for the exponential. It is the only variable where we will have the s. Therefore, when we perform that differentiation, x of t e power minus st into minus s dt. Therefore, keep that corresponding this minus t into this one. Therefore, t kept here, that's 0 to infinity t into x of t as in brackets e power minus st dt. This is nothing but the Laplace transform of t into x of t. On the left side, it is the d x of s by s ds, as well as some minus sign is been present. Take that minus sign to this side, that is Laplace transform of t into x of t will be equal to minus dx of s by ds. This is your proof. That is Laplace transform of t into x of t is minus dx of s by ds.